YouTube and welcome back to my channel this evening. Today's video is going to be my weekly makeup basket, and I know I usually upload them on Monday evenings, but I didn't have an opportunity to film it over the weekend, so I am filming it right now, and then as soon as I'm done I'm going to upload and process it. So I hope you guys don't mind that I'm a day late on this, but better late than never, right? So I'm going to show you the products that I'm going to be wearing for this upcoming week, and I have a couple new products to show you that I'm really excited about, and then you'll also be able to see the little bit of progress that I made on some of my Finish 5 by Cinco de Mayo products as well. So let's just jump in. Before I do want to mention what is on my lips because I get that question a lot and then I never remember to include it in the video. So this is a Lorac lipstick. I don't remember exactly what line it's from, and it doesn't say at the bottom of the lipstick, but it is in a gunmetal gray container, and it is in the shade Leading Lady. It's just a really pretty red. It's a little bit more on the warm toned side, but I do like it nonetheless. I'm not wearing a lip liner, so if it starts spreading all over my entire lower portion of my face, then you guys will know why. So alright, so the first thing I'm going to start off with is the Urban Decay B6 Vitamin Infused Complexion Prep Spray. This is just a small deluxe size sample that I received in a kit either through Ulta or Sephora, and I have to say I do like it. I don't think it makes a dramatic difference where I would go out and purchase the full size, but I figured since I do have a small size, why not I was gonna say try and test at the same time, so why not test it out for this week? And of course for primer, you probably already know what I'm going to say. It is the Givenchy Mr. Matte Mattifying Primer, and it looks like this. I do want to just use this up. I do like it. I probably won't go out and repurchase it, but I do think it keeps me more matte throughout the day than on days when I choose or opt not to wear this. So it keeps me probably more matte, like 2 to 3 hours longer than I would normally get out of the rest of my foundation and face makeup. And for foundations, you've probably already guessed these as well. They are my MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC41 and NC15. They look like this. And I just mixed them together like a little foundation scientist to get my perfect shade. I absolutely love this foundation. It's my holy grail. You guys know the reasons why. I just love the way it looks. It's very long wearing and it just keeps me more matte than any other foundation I've ever come across. So I plan on self-tanning probably over the weekend, so I may have to bump up NC15 to NC20, which I did purchase and you will be seeing in a haul sometime shortly. But this is awesome. If you guys haven't tried this out and you like a medium to buildable full coverage foundation, I highly suggest these foundations. For concealer, this is an oldie but a goodie, and it is the Eve Pearl Dual Salmon Concealer. I have it in the shade Light and Medium. It looks like this, and as you can tell, mine is a little bit used and abused, but I really like this concealer. I do have to mention that it is a very thin consistency, so you do have to set this. Sometimes I don't set my under eye concealer, but every time I've used this without setting it, it doesn't necessarily crease, but it just kind of like disappears throughout the day. So I really like this concealer. I like the fact that there's 2 different shades, and the only thing I don't like about it is the price tag. This is awfully expensive. I believe it's like somewhere in like the very high 20s or like the medium 30s, which is pretty expensive for a concealer that is only 3.25 grams. And then to layer a highlighting pen on top, I chose the Mally Perfect Prep Under Eye Brightener in the shade Lighter. And it looks like this. It's just one of those clicky pens that has a wand applicator, and I have to say this stuff is really good. It is the most yellow based concealer highlighting pen I have ever come across in my makeup life, which is amazing because you guys know I have really yellow undertoned skin, so I actually need a yellow undertoned corrector, or else if I use too much of a pink one, it just looks weird underneath like my eyes or even on my face if I use this to highlight or spot conceal, which I don't usually ever do, but this stuff is very yellow and I really like it. I've only used it for the past week, so I will let you guys know probably next week if I use it again how much I like it or if my opinion has changed at that point. And then to set my under eye concealer, because you guys know I just mentioned you have to set that Eve Pearl concealer or else it just disappears, I'm using the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder in the shade number 1. It looks like this, and I really like this product. It's very, very finely milled. It's similar to the NARS translucent loose powder, and I just love the way it looks. It is not cakey at all whatsoever, so you can add this on, and I even use this sometimes in the middle of the day when I run home for lunch to just blot my T-zone or my chin, and it does a great job at just mattifying without adding any coverage and without it looking cakey or like crepey in any way. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the MAC Prep and Prime transparent finishing powder, and this is in the pressed version. It looks like this, and I actually hit pan the other day. I really like this powder as well. It does a great job of setting all my face makeup and then keeping me more matte throughout the day. As you guys can tell, the trending theme with me is any product that will keep my face matte and prevent me from getting super oily is like I really like. And then this is really exciting. I know I'm touching my hair a lot. It's just that I was having a really bad hair dye and I just had to straighten it before I started filming because it just had like little waves, and I don't know what's going on with it right now. So that's the reason why I keep touching it, and I know a lot of people find that very distracting and probably slightly annoying, so I do apologize. But for eye base, I used up the Milani Shadow Eyes in Snowy White, and you'll probably be seeing that in an upcoming empties video because I have a ton of empties, so I really do need to sit down and film that video. But I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Soft Ochre, and it looks like this. I used this twice or 3 times already, and I really like it. I can definitely understand all the hype behind this product. I know there's another one, Painterly, that has just as much of a cult following here in the beauty community, but I like Soft Ochre more because it's more yellow based as opposed to Painterly is more of like a pink base, and you guys know I like my yellow undertoned makeup. So I'm excited to be using this. And then for a shimmer all over the lid shade, I'm going to be using Steelist Kitten, and I've made a ton of progress. That is all I have left, that small amount of ring, and it's not even completely around the whole circumference of the pan. But I have just been super lazy recently in the past like week or 2, and I haven't been wanting to use a ton of different eyeshadows, even though I own a considerable amount of eyeshadows. And I've just been using Kitten all over my lid like what I did today, and all I did was pop a little bit of eyeliner as a cat, like a wing, and then I put on a ton of like different layered mascaras. But for this upcoming week, I figured I should probably throw a couple shades in the crease. So I'm reaching for my Lorac Unzipped palette, and it just looks like this. This palette is beautiful. It goes extremely well with Kitten just because a lot of the shades are shimmery and they're just very warm and neutral and just really pretty and like delicate and girly. So I figured since last week I went for like a very natural like iridescent look, that this week I would try to darken it up just a little bit but still keep it work appropriate. And then for eyeliners, excuse me, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Precise in black, and then the Maybelline Line Stiletto in, I believe, oh, Blackest Black. So this one is just a felt tip liquid pen, and then this one is a felt tip as well. But this is like, it has a little handle, whereas this one is kind of like a pen or pencil type. And I want to focus on using up the eyeliners that I own just because A, I have a ton of open black eyeliners. Like I probably have somewhere like between like a dozen, and I just don't want them to dry up while I just focus on the new ones, because last week I did open up Stila's Stay All Day in black, and you guys know that's my all-time hands down holy grail black eyeliner. But I don't want any of these to just dry up because I've opened so many and I don't want them to like go to waste before I have an opportunity to actually use them like a decent amount. And then for mascaras, of course I'm opening up a new mascara. I just went through a lot of my mascaras and used them up like one last time, so that way I could just get a final like thought and opinion on them, so that way I can let you guys know if I'd repurchase them again in my empties video. But this week I'm opening up this deluxe sample of the Benefits They're Real. It looks like this, and this is my all-time favorite Holy Grail mascara. So this is what the wand and the brush head look like, and you've probably all seen this before. This stuff is amazing for my lashes. I know that there's a lot of people that don't like the wand, or the fact that the bristles are very spiky and like closely impacted together, or the fact that it takes like an army to get this off your eyes at the end of the day. But I love everything about this mascara. It doesn't transfer. It makes my eyelashes look amazing. I do have to admit that sometimes I've hit myself in the eye when applying this mascara, and it hurts. Like, I mean, it really hurts, and sometimes my eyes even water, but that's like on me as an operator, and it has nothing to really do with the mascara. It's just that sometimes my hand isn't very stable. That's also the reason why sometimes my wing liner is never equal. And then I'm going to be layering that with my other Holy Grail mascara, and this is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I love this mascara as well. It makes your lashes so full. Like, it looks like you've actually stacked multiple pairs of false lashes on top of your eyelashes. And then for my bottom lashes, I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics in Hello Lashes, and it looks like this. And this wand and brush head are also very similar to the Benefit They're Real, but I still think I prefer the Benefit one. It works a lot better in my opinion as to actually applying the product to your eyelashes. This doesn't apply the product nearly as much, so you have to go over back and forth and back and forth, and I just don't have time for that. Excuse me, I feel like I have something caught in my throat. And then for eyebrows, this is going to be a shock, but I'm going back to powder for this week, and I'm going to be using my European Wax Center Brow Powder Duo in Milan. This stuff is so dirty, but it looks like this, and I just love this brow powder. It is my all-time favorite brow powder. It just works extremely well with whenever I redo my hair, because it has a red toned, and then it also has a deeper brown tone, but it's still warm toned. So it matches perfectly when my hair starts to fade, and then also when I just redo my roots and it's really like vibrant red, I can use more of this side, and then when my hair starts dulling down a little, I can use more of this side. And then to set my brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, and mine is just getting really gross just because of the red brow products that I use, but this stuff is amazing. This little deluxe sample size has lasted me quite a long time. I know that you don't use a ton of brow gel, but I feel like this smaller size lasted me more than some of my full size brow gels. So I definitely think this is worth the investment, and once I'm done with this and a couple other brow products, I probably will go out and repurchase the full size of this. And then to clean up my brows, I'm going to be using the NYX Wonder Pencil in medium. It looks like this, and there's not too much product left. I use it just, every morning to clean up my eyebrows, like at the very end of the tails, or sometimes to like fix the shape just a little bit. So it is what it is. It's nothing like amazing, but it gets the job done. And then for bronzer, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer in medium deep, and I've definitely hit more pan. I use this to contour, or just like today, bronze up my whole entire face, and then I also bring it down my neck a little, because if I go a little bit too heavy using this, then my face is completely one shade, whereas my neck and my décolleté area, they're like 100 times lighter. So. And then for blush, I'm going to be using the NYX blush in Peach, and it looks like this. In the pan, it looks a little bit more vibrant than it does when you swatch it and then when you apply it. But this is just a really easy, simple go-to blush that I can wear. It's very light, and you can wear it every single day. It doesn't give you clown cheeks or anything. You do have to be a little bit careful as to not apply too much of it, but you can sheer this out and it just looks beautiful. It's just very like easy to wear. And then for highlighter, I'm going to be using my Kristen Magic Light Face Contouring Powder Trio in the shade Athens. And I think I've used this maybe one other time ever. And it looks like this. Now, this looks extremely pink and it almost looks like a blush, but it's a very, very light. So you can get away with wearing this as a highlight. See, compared to the blush, it actually looks like a highlight. And this stuff is beautiful. The Santorini Kristen Magic Highlighting Trio is my favorite highlighter. It just is absolutely stunning. So I think I'm really going to enjoy using this. I don't know as to why I haven't reached for it in the past. Probably because I own too much makeup, but that is besides the point. And then lastly, I'm going to be using my NYX Matte Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray. It looks like this. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that, because I feel like I talk about that and my opinions always change. But I don't know. It's a setting spray. I do want to mention that, spoiler alert, guess what I found? I found the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Set and Spray Makeup Extender Setting Spray. I picked mine up at CVS the other day. It was $16.99, but there was a extra care bucks deal. When you spent like $15, you got $5 back for your future purchase. So that's how I justified it. And I know that's really not a good excuse. I do understand that, and I realize that. But I have been trying to track this down for like weeks and weeks and weeks. As soon as it got released and I saw my first review on this, I was like, I need to have that. And I could never find it. And then by the time I realized like it wasn't necessarily a life or death situation, it was bothering me so much that I didn't have it, that I would literally go to every CVS, every pharmacy, every Walgreens, every drugstore and supermarket that was in the same vicinity where I was, just to track it down. When I finally saw it, I was like, you're coming home with me. So you'll be seeing this in a future haul video. I definitely want to try it out sometime in the near future, so that way I can let you guys know my thoughts. So then maybe if I do like it, you guys can go out and purchase it on my recommendation. Or if I don't like it, then I can warn you all before you go out and spend $17 on a drugstore setting spray nonetheless. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I feel like I wanted to update you guys on some things in my life. But of course, when I sit down, I can't remember what they are. I will try to film a couple more videos. Oh, I do have drill this upcoming weekend. It's an overnight drill, so I won't have any time to film at all whatsoever. So I will try to get at least maybe one more video filmed this week. If not, then please don't be too upset, guys. I really am trying. I know that with 2015 just happening, I wanted to start off fresh, and I wanted to stick to a more like a more concrete schedule and just be better with filming. But just I get home from work and then I take Olivia and I go food shopping and then I make dinner, and just by the end of the night sometimes I do not want to like retouch all my makeup, straighten my hair, make sure that I have enough lighting, and sit down and film. I'm sure that sounds like a bad excuse, but yeah, so that is it for now. If you guys did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, and share. You know I'm not forcing you to, but I really do appreciate everyone who has. And I'm almost at 450 subscribers, so thank you so much for all you guys' encouragement and support. You guys are amazing. I love the comments. I plan on responding back to some of them this evening while I make dinner. So, and also I have a Lush haul coming up. I've been using one of the products already that I absolutely love. And I also have a high-end haul coming up as well. And then I also want to do some type of video letting you guys know my thoughts and what I plan on doing for 2015 with the whole YouTube and the whole like beauty budget and just things of that nature. I just need to sit down and really focus on how I want to film that video. And then also I want to do a question and answer video, and also I'm doing a swap with another YouTuber who is fantastic. Her name is Meg Makeup 8, and she is just so lovely. She's so funny and sweet, so I'm super excited for that. And yeah, I think that's all I wanted to update you guys on. So I will see you guys in a future video. And now I have to go downstairs and find those two little Boston Terriers that are probably tearing apart the living room. So I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!